So I want to talk about just how much I hate the Fermi paradox. So if you don't know, the Fermi paradox is a quote unquote paradox associated with alien life that comes from something called Fermi estimations. Now, Fermi estimations are actually an incredibly powerful tool to tell if you're getting an answer that's kind of in the right ballpark. Essentially, you make a bunch of estimations. For example, how many piano tuners are there in Detroit? You take what very limited information you have, you make a bunch of estimations. You're going to make overestimations and you're going to make underestimations. And they should roughly cancel each other out, so you get within 1 to 2 orders of magnitude of the correct answer. For example, again, the famous one, piano tuners, how many of them are there in Detroit? The real answer is about 126, but you go through it, I did the math, and I did my own estimation before looking it up, and I got about 100. And from there, I was really close to the 126, and that was off of no information. Now, we have extrapolated past this to try and predict how many intelligent civilizations there could be. Now, people propose a bunch of solutions to this quote-unquote paradox. Now, I don't think it's actually a paradox, as there are a lot of people who disagree with its existence, but the Fermi paradox essentially is life should be a lot more common than it is. There are billions of Earth-like planets, I believe it's billions, not trillions, of Earth-like planets in Goldilocks zones throughout our galaxy alone. There should be a lot more alien life. But that's built off of a lot of assumptions that we can't necessarily say are true. For example, life may be so uncommon that the Fermi approximations don't apply and life on Earth is just a miracle. But to really illustrate my point, we have one data point for life, Earth. So this is our data point. I want you, so Earth appears on a graph, right? Let's say it's the graph of distribution of life or whatever, it doesn't really matter. But let's say Earth appears on it because we know life is on Earth. I want you to tell me what that graph looks like, okay? I'm gonna give you, 5 seconds, let me know, what does the graph that this point is from look like, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you've ever gone past or into a grade 9 math class, you'll know that's actually an impossible problem because every point on the Cartesian plane has an infinite number of graphs that hit it. So for example, this is a point, this is a graph that hits that point. This is 3x cubed minus x plus 2. This is x plus 3. This is minus x plus 5. This is x squared plus 3. This is minus 4 cos pi x. And this is just x equals 1. All of these are graphs that hit that point right here, the one we've dubbed Earth. And because of that, they all have very different properties. For example, if we follow the minus 4 cos pi x graph, maybe it's possible that only when you hit the conditions up here that life can appear, right? So to make any assumptions about the probability of life based on one data point is incredibly egotistical and I think incredibly misleading and academically dishonest. Now, it is possible that these proposed solutions do exist. It's possible that there is a great filter somewhere along the way. Maybe it's developing intelligence. Maybe it's getting into being a multi-planet civilization. Maybe it's just the components of life developing in the first place. We don't know because we only have Earth as our example point. And until you have a second point, you can't say whether one way is right or whether it's wrong. Our estimation that maybe 1 in a million planets are habitable for life, and maybe 1 in a million of those develop intelligent life, that may actually be way overestimating the actual odds of it happening, making life on Earth a complete miracle. And conversely, maybe it's possible that almost every planet has some sort of intelligent life on it, but they're hiding from us because we haven't reached that level yet. We truly don't know, and to make those assumptions is, I think, incredibly misleading and academically dishonest.